Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Bear with me, guys. I'm battling a pretty bad cold. So, yeah. What you have here in front of you is a neat little item, and I definitely mean little. I know it's a bit hard to tell from the video, but this is a very small, old-fashioned looking AM/FM transistor radio. Well, technically not quite. This is a modern day radio made in the old style. This is the RETEKESS PR15 AM/FM weather band 3-band radio. And I might be pronouncing the name of the company wrong, but I'm going to call it RETEKESS. And originally, what I was looking for was the thinnest radio that I could find currently available for sale to the general public. And yeah, this was prompted by a video of an extremely thin AM/FM radio that was released decades upon decades ago. We're talking back when the Cold War was alive and well. And someone demonstrated the radio. It wasn't the most impressive in terms of sound quality, but it worked. And it was incredibly thin, about as thin as a checkbook. And for those of you who have no clue what that is, fair enough, about as thin as a modern day smartphone without a cover on the rear and sides, top and bottom, without something like that. So yeah, pretty thin. I wanted that. I started searching, couldn't find it, so I settled for the absolute smallest old-fashioned looking radio I could find. And yeah, it's definitely the PR15. Let's take a closer look. Yes, this thing is extremely small for what it is. As a matter of fact, here's a size comparison next to a classic SD from Victorinox. And I'm sure a lot of you who enjoy the content on my channel, I'm sure a lot of you have at least one of these. Yep. Look at how big this Victorinox Classic SD, this tiny penknife, is compared to the radio. When you get it, it comes in a pretty decent looking box. So with the holiday shopping season upon us already, yeah, if you want to gift this to someone, maybe a nephew, a young man who likes radios, old-fashioned tech as a curiosity, yeah, not a bad gift for $20 all day long on the internet. And guys, as usual, there will be specs in the description box below. Be sure to check that out when the video is over. But you do definitely get a nice box for gift wrapping purposes. Here's the, yeah, you actually get a user manual. I mean, if you need something like this, maybe you have more serious issues than buying an old-fashioned radio. The nice thing with this model is, yeah, everything is easy to figure out. So let's take a closer look. You do get the radio with the lanyard already attached. And yeah, as you can see, if you accidentally snap the lanyard or break it, you're not going to get another one in there. No. This thing is permanently attached. If you don't want it, you're going to need a pair of scissors, and you'll never be able to reattach it. But the nice thing is, even with batteries, this thing is just so lightweight that you could actually carry it dangling from your wrist, and you would barely be able to feel it. As far as batteries, 2 AAA batteries, and no, they're not included, but this will work with Eneloops. Now, usually if you have something that takes alkaline batteries, it will work with Eneloops, although not all products, not all. For those of you who remember my Claris Penlight review, yeah, that one works with alkalines, but refuses to work with Eneloops. So, yeah. Let's take a good overall look. Now, this is the only color scheme you get, so I hope you like black on silver. On top, combination on-off switch and volume control, which is absolutely normal for these types of radios. There's your mic jack. Here's the antenna. Now, you pull it out all the way. That's as far as it goes. It does not swivel. It does not bend. It does not fold. It's only collapsible. Guys, this is a very basic radio. If you're looking for something fancy, this definitely is not it. This is designed for size. This is something you could toss into a very lightweight windbreaker pocket, and you wouldn't be able to feel it. On this side, you got your tuning, very old-fashioned, and you have your selection for weather band, FM, AM. Here's the battery slot, and what I'm going to do is insert a couple of Eneloops right now on video to show you that, yes, it does work with Eneloops as well. And battery insertion is very simple. As usual, whenever you see a spring protruding, that's where the negative end goes up against. So there we go. The nice thing is the lid does not come off, so you can't lose it. You just push it forward, bend it up, and it doesn't come off. That's a wonderful feature that, quite frankly, a lot of other companies should use. Put it back in. Okay, let me just extend the antenna. Now, guys, I will say this. Your reception, because this is a radio, will depend on where you are when you turn this thing on. I'm not expecting a ton of good reception because where I record my videos is in an internal room inside of a building. So it's not like I'm sitting at a desk just past the front doors. No, I'm in an interior room inside of a large, well-built building. So I'm probably going to get mostly just static on this thing. Let's see what happens. There we go. Lots of static. This is on FM right now. And yes, FM works best out of the three. There we go. And immediately I had to switch off because, just a couple of seconds of a song. You guys probably recognized it. So that's FM. As you can see, the radio does work, but when you're in an interior room inside a building, be grateful if you get anything. Let me just turn this thing off and we'll continue with the review. Again, FM, when you're outside or just inside of a building, FM works great. Like you could pick up a bunch of channels. FM, absolutely fantastic. No issues there. Yes, you are going to have to do some tuning. And if you're not using earbuds, you are going to have to crank up the volume almost all the way on certain stations. That's just how it is with something this small. You can't expect performance to be world class, but for what you get in this size, yeah, it works. It works really well. So that's FM. AM. How did AM perform in my testing? Not too well. Not too well at all. AM was actually really bad. And I don't conduct my testing inside of the interior room where I record. I don't do that. But yeah, my testing, AM, I was able to get 3 stations and 3 stations only, 2 of which heavy static. I could just barely make out what was being said. Very heavy static. One of the AM stations came in loud and clear. One. Again, keep in mind, it depends on where you are when you switch this radio on. If you're on top of a small hill and you can see for miles and miles, well, yeah, your reception is going to be better. In an urban setting where I'm from, with buildings that aren't too tall, mostly 2-story houses, yeah, AM was not good, except for that one AM station that came in loud and clear. All right, weather band. How's the weather band? Pretty awful. Here's what you do when you switch to the weather band setting. You tune all the way to the right. That's right. See that little tiny orange bar? Yeah, tune it until it goes all the way to the right where it can't move anymore, and enjoy listening to the one and only station that you can get on weather band. I mean, yeah. 1. You get 1. Weather band 1 through 7. Nope, 1. All the way on the right. That's the only one that works. That is the only one that works. I don't know. Like not even heavy static, but you can just barely make out the other weather band channels or stations. No, 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 just heavy static all the way until you go all the way to the right, and then you get that one weather band channel that comes in loud and clear, and that's it. One. You get one channel, and you're gonna like it. Sorry, guys. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much with something this small, clearly based on old technology. I wasn't expecting much. And honestly, I was still just a little bit disappointed. Just a little bit. I mean, yeah, weather band, one channel, okay. AM, one channel and two with heavy static. That's not good. FM works great though. FM was absolutely great. No complaints with FM whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, this is something that I would recommend for anyone who wants an extremely small, very compact radio that they can take with them. Yeah. Bear with me, guys. I'm about to sneeze. Like I said, very bad cold. But I'm still giving you content for free. So yeah, hit that freaking like button. Hit it like it owes you money. But yeah, despite the limitations of this radio, if you want something that is non-digital, that you can take with you pretty much anywhere in the pocket of any coat, jacket, even a lightweight windbreaker, something that barely weighs anything at all, even with batteries in it. This is it. I mean, yeah. For a prepper who might want a non-digital, very small radio that they can take literally anywhere, here's your radio. Absolutely. Just keep your expectations realistic. RETEKESS, not that well known, but when I visited their official website, I was impressed by the variety, the sheer variety and number of different types of radios they offer. I mean, if you're in the market for pretty much any type of radio, seriously, check out their website, RETEKESS. Sorry. As for this, yeah, I think most people shouldn't bother with it. But again, you want something you can EDC on a daily basis in a coat, jacket pocket, maybe a very small sling bag. Here's your radio. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're going to have a very hard time finding something smaller, lighter, more compact than this if you want AM, FM, and, well, at least one weather band channel. You do get one. So, yeah, I mean, I know that there are dedicated FM radios which are smaller, but as far as FM, AM, weather band, very limited options with AM and weather band, but you do get them. Here's your radio. Here it is, very small, very lightweight, practically featherless, even with batteries included. You do get a decent lanyard. No way to reattach it if it snaps, but you do get a decent one. Antenna works well. Be careful not to accidentally snap it off. And yeah. So for most people, I would say give this a pass, but it does get a conditional recommendation. Yeah. This is probably the absolute best minimalist AM/FM weather band, lightweight, short, compact, small overall radio that you're going to be able to find. And it's not going to break the bank at only $20. So yeah, that's the conditional recommendation. Guys, please stay safe out there. Unfortunately, it's still dangerous. I'll see you soon. Take care.